I teach students to believe in themselves, to believe in each other. The way I do this is by teaching them to conquer one of their greatest fears, their own voice. They learn to trust each other with their voices. This year to date, I have been able to see my students in person 12 times. As a result, they have not had the time to discover what I already know about them, that their voices are worthy and their voices are powerful. My expertise is helping them uncover their hidden strength, but this takes time. It takes hundreds of failures and recoveries, dusting themselves off, trying again, failing in public, but realizing that life will go on, realizing that their classmates have their back. Eventually, the fear of their own voice fades. All that is left is their power. That hurdle is one of the most important leaps that a young human must make, and possibly the most important skill taught in school. This school year has robbed them of this. Doing a school online disrupts the feedback loops that make up real education. What is normally a process of hundreds of these loops per day has been reduced to the snail's pace of high-speed internet. They can ask me questions in class where my one answer benefits everyone. Now I have to send the same email 200 times. In class, I can give them the feedback, both verbal and nonverbal, in real time, while they are working, during the attempt, causing the learning to accelerate as they attempt, as they fail, and as they succeed. My feedback is coming at them with my body language. Online, they must attempt with no guidance, send me a sample of their work, and then wait till the next day for feedback. That's one feedback loop, and it took a whole day. And that's in a class where they are lucky enough to have their work not being graded by a computer. So we teachers are working our butts off. This message cannot be interpreted as anti-teacher. We are spending more of our free time than ever before designing curriculum from scratch, new assessments, and lessons that can be delivered online. What has that work gotten us? An all-time high failing grade rate, kids are dropping out of school, taking psych meds for the first time, attempting suicide, generally disengaging with the educational process. I've been teaching students for 18 years, and I've seen more of all of those things this year in 2020 than in the whole of my teaching career combined. Yet we continue to accept that there's just nothing we can do in this tough situation. Yes, there is. We can open the schools. We keep hearing that opening school would be too dangerous. Yet nationwide data shows that school is one of the least likely places to contract an infection due to our safety measures, which are working. We keep hearing about putting teachers in danger. Well, I'm a teacher, and I recognize that my risk is greater than the students. I, for one, am willing to take that risk because I believe that the service I provide to them is essential, and that without that service being delivered during their formative years, that we are putting them at risk. As a teacher, I am not willing to participate in putting my students at risk, even if that means taking on more risk for myself. The medical consensus is now clear on what the risks are. The kids are not at risk beyond that of other risks typical of a normal school year. Mortality risk is 1 in 100,000. For me and teachers my age, it's higher, but decreasing due to improving standard of care. It's about 2 in 10,000 infected teachers could potentially die, so we need an option for teachers who are at risk to be protected when schools open. Those concerns are real and shouldn't be taken lightly. Plus, long-term effects peculiar to this disease are a concern. However, these risks are being faced by many of my own students as they go to work each day, and by almost all of my students' parents. I only want to have a chance to join them in this fight, and to take on my part of this risk as part of the society. If we open the school, I can make a difference. It's a risk I'm willing to take. Thank you.